Hello and welcome to Island Hooking. For you guys who just tuning into my channel for the first time, thank you. I know it's a little bit confusing, it's island hooking and I do a lot of shoreline fishing and all of a sudden you see me with a kayak now, right? Let me explain just a little. I've been fishing for over 40 years now and like as a fisherman, like I'm pretty sure a lot of fishermen, as we're fishing, we're always looking at the ocean, we're always thinking about, hey, wouldn't mind going on a boat and it must be fun to be out there and catching different fishes. And that's when I decided that maybe I wanted to try that, and that's why I picked up the predator that's behind me, and I decided to go out there and see how fun it is. And and it's one of the one of my dreams to go out there in the ocean. And even though I got seasick, even though I'm a guy who gets seasick a lot, who don't like getting seasick, I took that chance. And of course, you guys know, if you guys watch my kayak videos from round one all to round six, you guys pretty know what's been happening with with me and my kayaks, and how things have progressed. For those of you that don't know, I just wanted to get into kayak fishing because I don't know, I just felt that it was the next level, it was the next evolution for me. After fishing for so long on the shoreline, I just wanted to do something different for once, and that's why I went for it. And I know there's a lot of fishermen out there right now that probably think the same way as me, but never took that leap of faith, or they didn't know how, or maybe they were afraid, just like me. So that's why I decided to create these videos. So for those of you fishermen out there that really want to try, let me do all that for you guys. Let me make all the mistakes. Let me test it out and you guys can see. So this way, if you guys decide you guys want to do it, I think it'll be easier for you guys to make the transition, because you guys can kind of know what to do and what not to do, because you'll be kind of living it to my eyes and to my experiences, which I hope that's going to help you guys out a lot. So that's the reason why I started creating this video. And I didn't know if anybody would even care about these videos, or if anybody would even watch, but I noticed that a lot of people are getting interested in it. So that's why I decided to do more of these videos. Again, remember, now I'm no expert at this. I'm just an amateur, I'm just a beginner, and just trying, and as you can see, it's just my journey of a shoreline fisherman learning how to become a kayak fisherman. And don't get me wrong, I'll still be doing shoreline fishing, but I'll also be incorporating kayak fishing as well now in my videos. And I'll give you guys a little different variety, something to look at, and to help you guys, entertain you guys at the same time. But at the same time, you guys get to watch me hopefully catch some fish, but at the same time making mistakes and learning as I go. And I also want to thank all the people out there that has helped me out, and they gave me their inputs for making me become a better kayak fisherman. And I really appreciate that, because it's always scary when you're doing it by yourself and you have to learn by yourself, but it's always great when you have people out there that's willing to share some of your knowledge out there. It just makes it that much easier. And just want to let you know I really appreciate that. But I'm excited to have this kayak, and the reason why I got this kayak is because I'm not saying that the Predator is bad or anything. I mean it's a Cadillac on the ocean. It's one of my favorites. It's just that it's so big and heavy that I can only launch it at certain places, so it limits me. And I don't want to take it out there for just 2 hours or 3 hours, do all that hard work just for 3 hours. On a nice day, yes, I'll take the Predator out. But on the days that's so iffy, I wanted something that was lighter, something that I could just carry and take it to the ocean. This is only about 70 something pounds, so it's really light. And I can walk with it pretty far with the wheels, and I can launch it in certain areas that I couldn't do with my Predator. So that's the reason why I got this kayak. It's a little shorter, and it's a lot shallower, so I can go to shallow areas. I'm just afraid if I take my Predator, I might actually touch the reef. And I don't want to take that chance. So I got something much shallower, and I can just hit and run. I can drop this into my truck and go out there and then throw it back in my vehicle and come back home without having to worry about being so tired because I gotta carry something so big and so heavy. And it's something like fishing, right? We tend to get different poles for different situation, and I guess this is no different. I have different kayaks for different situations. So that's why I picked up this ocean kayak, this Trident 11. It is built for fishing. And oh, and before I go any further, just wanted to say a shout out to Parker, who I met when I was kayaking, and he watches my videos, and he was nice enough to give me one of his lures that he makes as well. And I really appreciate that. And trust me, Parker, we'll use your lure, and you'll see it on video. I will test it out, and hopefully maybe I'll catch something, and that will be superb as well. But thank you so much again for watching, and thank you for this wonderful gift, and I can't wait to use this lure soon. But let me show you guys a little bit about this kayak. The reason why I picked it, for one thing, the seats have been improved. You can actually adjust the seating. You can go up and down, so you get to choose the height that you like. The backrest can go up and down, and you can go forward and back. So it's nothing like the Predator, but it's better. They improved it, so it makes it a little more comfortable, which kind of impressed me, and I like. Also, it comes with now rails on the side, from the front and also to the back of the kayak, so I can actually mount fish rods on here. And also they also have rails on here as well on the deck, so I can also actually put fishing rods here or whatever else accessories I want to put on. It did this allow you to put more. I'm still waiting for my rod holders to come in, but once I get it, then I'll be mounting them in the front. Also, it has a nice storage unit. It has 2 storage units, and the cool thing about it is that it actually has these little latches, and these latches are great because it's not like with the other ones they have that rubber clamps on that you have to use rubber. This is much better, more easy to access the storage area, and I have it from the front as well as to the back. Also, the storage containers inside can be taken out, and then you can use the bottom of the boat to store your fishing rods or whatever bulky things you want to put in. You can. And also has an area for your your cell phone. It also has a magnetic plate over here that you can put your pliers here, and it'll magnetically stick to it, so it won't come off the boat or it won't slide around, which I think was kind of a great idea. And has a cup holder, and also has mounting plates in the front, 2 mounting plates, so you can put your fish finder on and whatever else you want on there. So that's the reason why I really like this ocean kayak, this Trident 11. Also, I got my fish bag, finally came in. I know the video when you was watching, I had another bag. It was actually my ice mule cooler, the one I use for carry around when I'm fishing on the shore. But I didn't have any other place to put my ice and my fish, so I had to use that. But finally my fish bag came in, so I'll be mounting this baby on and testing this cooler out, and hopefully she works fine. And I also did mount another cooler back here, but I modified the cooler again. I mean, I did attach it like my Predator with the latches on the side, so I can quick release. But though the only difference within this is that I have a cooler in here now. I made it a half a cooler, half a storage. So inside the cooler, if you look, I do have an area for just some ice and my drinks, and then the other half I'm using it as a storage, so I can put my my extra fishing tackle, my rain gear. If I want to put my anything that that I don't want to get wet, I can put it right in there, and it'll be safe in this cooler. So it's kind of like a dual-purpose cooler, yeah. And of course I have my wheels in the back that I attach to the back part, so it's pretty good. And then I got this live bait torpedo, and the reason why I purchased this one is because I like it because you can collapse it. So this way I can put it in my storage container when I need it, and then if I need it, I just pop it out and it's ready to go. And it's super light, so it won't create too much of a drag, and also it has a Velcro, so I like that part. It's easy access, and and it has a lot of holes where the water can go through, so to keep the fish alive. And all you have to do is just put it in the side of the kayak like so, and you'll be ready to go. Or you can drag it in the back, whichever way you want to do it. And it's really light, so I don't know. I hope she lasts. I don't know how well it is made, and it's gonna, if how long it's gonna last. But I guess there's only one way to find out. So cross my fingers that it's gonna hold out. So we'll see. So I got this paddle from Backwater Paddle Company, and the reason why I wanted it, I wanted to find a way where I could turn my kayak left to right without have to using my big paddle, especially if you're fighting a fish, because you also, you have the fish in one hand. So I can use this to paddle on the side, and I can turn the kayak to left, or I can turn the kayak to the right. So I thought this might be something that might come in handy. So I purchased one. It's just because I'm not really on my Predator anymore. I mean, my Predator, I can do it with just pedaling and just using the rudder. But since I don't have that, I think this will come in handy. So it's something to think about. Looks pretty good. I like this hook because if I ever had to grab the line and pull the line to me, and then grab the line, you could because of this. So we'll see. Hopefully this turns out really good, and I mean, a little bit heavier than I thought, but I think it still do the job. So, and it also matches the color of my kayak. So hopefully this turns out to be such a great tool, but we'll see. So I tried it out, and I gotta tell you, man, I didn't think that it would be that tipsy, and this kayak is tipsy. I was semi-disappointed a little bit. I thought she would be a little more sturdy because the way it looks, I mean, it looks good, but until you try it, you just don't know, and it wasn't as good as I thought it was. It was very tipsy. When I went out there, and it was trippy, I just turned my head. All I did was turn a little, and I was underneath the water in a second. And I didn't know I was underneath the water until I was underneath the water. It happened so fast. And two things I realized. One thing is that when I flipped over, I was afraid that the kayak was gonna float away. It had some good sized swells, and I thought that when I got up there, it would be gone, and I would have to chase my kayak. Second thing is, as good as this PDF vest looks, and I bought it because it's thin and light. I didn't want it to get in the way, and all I had to do is pull this ripcord right, and it activates the CO2, and the air fills up, and you can float. When I was underneath the water, I didn't have time to pull that because everything happened so fast, and the only thing that's in your mind is get to the surface, grab onto your kayak, and hopefully you can get on, right? You're not thinking of anything else. You think of surviving. And as tired as I was, and I was getting seasick because she was tipsy-topsy, right? I was already getting weak. I was tired, and I didn't have a chance to pull that cord, man. I mean, even though I can swim, still, I thought to myself, yeah, there's no way you can pull that, especially if you're panicking in the water. There's no way. And trust me, you flip over, you can panic. But the only difference is that I was in a controlled panic. Only because the reason why is because I do have some experience in flipping over kayaks, as you guys know, to my videos. Yeah, if you guys watch my videos from 1 to 6, you guys know the stories. But luckily, I trained on how to get back onto the kayaks. And again, you can watch my videos of me flipping my Predator over. So of course, this is much lighter than that kayak, so it's easier to flip. And because of that knowledge and the experience that I had, that is what really helped me out. I mean, so I suggest if you're gonna go out there for the first time kayaking, learn how to flip your kayak over. Because you don't want to be doing that when you're out there. But trust me, when you're panicking and then you're trying to figure things out and how to do it, you're going to even panic even more. And then that's when things can get ugly. But since I knew how and I had that knowledge and experience, that's what helped me. Even though I'm panicking and I'm scared, I still knew what to do. I didn't have to think about it. I just knew what to do. And all I did was do it. And it worked out fine. Yeah, I lost one of my pulls, but minors compared to losing a life. And I give credit to all that because I went out there and I practiced it and I learned how to do it before I went out there, and that's I think what really helped me out. But it worked, and I got on, and I think the next time I learn now is that I'm gonna get some stabilizers, those armors, because once I install those armors, I think it'll be okay. and then it won't be so tipsy. So I just purchased some. So I have to still mount it, and once I mount it, I'm going to test it out again and see if it works. But again, learning curves. And I remember now, guys, I'm no expert. I'm just an amateur kayak fisherman, just learning how to do all this on my own. And luckily, my friend was out there with me. He's an expert he's an expert canoe paddler. So his knowledge really came into play and it really helped me out because he was teaching me how the currents works, how to surf the swells and all that, and how to actually paddle correctly. So all that little things made a big difference. And well, on rudder is hard. You gotta really know how to move the kayak and turn it, and really learn how to make the current work for you and not to go against the current and really make it hard for yourself. But it was a experience, and again, this is my first time ever paddling, and I gotta tell you, it almost killed me, man. I mean, I guess because I'm not used to it, and when we were out there, the current was so strong, we drifted almost 2 miles away from the area that we launched, and of course now we gotta fight the current, the swells, the winds, and all that. And took me a while to get back. Took us about an hour to get back, I think, and I was dying out there. It's muscles that I never used, and my arms felt like jello. My hands were all sore, my arms, my back. I mean, everything hurt. So I suggest if you guys do learn to paddle, just don't be surprised you'll be hurting, and it's not as easy as it looks. But I'm hoping that each time I go, those muscles will develop, and it'll get much easier. But it is a lot of work. So, and don't forget to also tie down you guys reels or you guys poles, so this way if you ever do flip over, you won't lose you guys expensive gear. That's the reason why I so far used the Daiwa BG5000 because of that waterproof housing. And I flipped it once on my Predator, and I flipped over once on this ocean kayak, and so far so good. No water has gone into the housing. And that's one of the reasons why I like the Daiwa BG5000. It's perfect for kayak fishing. Also, I use it on land as well, and I kind of want to test it out to see how well and how long she's gonna last on land as well as in the water. And so far the 5000 had no hiccups yet. I don't know about the other ones like the 4000 and lower, but so far the 5000 been really good. And if you're looking for something affordable and not that expensive but pretty good quality, then the Daiwa might be the better bet, as well as the pens. But of course I use the pens on land because it's not really waterproof. But if you want to spend more money, then you can buy the more expensive reels. I know not everybody have money to spend on those expensive reels, but if you can, you can. It's all up to you and how you want to do it. I also have different other reels that I use, but I kind of want to test out this Daiwa BG, so this way I know for sure. But if it doesn't work, at least this way you guys gonna know, and this way I save you guys time and a lot of money. That's why I've been really using the Daiwa and the pen a lot on my trips while I'm fishing on land, and I'm using a lot of Daiwas on the kayak, and testing it out to see just how long she's gonna last in the salt water as well as on land. So far so good. So I'm crossing my fingers that she's gonna last, and if it does, then it's something you guys might want to take a look at. So we'll see. But yeah, hope you guys continue watching my journey as a shoreline fisherman to becoming a kayak fisherman as well. And for those of you that want to try, it can be done. Just watch me, and I'm hoping I can show you guys that the transition from being a shoreline fisherman to a kayak fisherman can be done. And again, it's just another level, or another step that I wanted to try and do. And I don't want to do it when I'm old, right? So while I still can, I want to do it, and that's why I decided to go for it. And I can tell you, it's fun. I love it. I enjoy it. And I'm hoping to get much better. And again, thank you guys for the good ones that share with me and teaching me how to become better. I really appreciate it, and I hope that eventually I'll catch something really good and maybe get good at this sport. So we'll see. But just keep watching, watch my progress to see how well I do, and I hopefully that soon I'll be catching some good fish with this kayak. So thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys soon, and don't forget to always keep on island hooking.